Alright, hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to Knights of the Geek Table. Today we're going to do our mid-season
wrap-up
of the DC TV shows.
Without actually having seen the mid-season finales.
Shut up! Do I have to go you in the corner with Steve?
I thought it was Frank in the corner.
I'll put them. They're both in the fucking corner. Fuck both of them.
Okay. Frank was in The Last of Us, and not The Last of Us, Life is Strange.
Yes, Frank was in The Last of Us. I heard Ellie put a bow in him very bad.
You know, there was probably a Frank somewhere up in there.
Would not surprise me.
But we're doing our mid-season wrap-up because we will not be able to record because of the holiday.
Well, that's debatable because we don't really know how the schedule is going to be. We'll see, okay?
There might be a surprise episode.
There might. I don't know. But so there's...
Let's get on to the topic.
Okay, so...
the
mid-season finales. Okay.
Basically, the season so far.
Like, start with the 4-part crossover. What is your initial thing? Because he made an initial reaction. Yeah. It was great.
I thought it was all right. I didn't particularly love it, but I didn't really hate it. It's just there's a lot of illogical inconsistencies. I felt a lot of it was kind of forced, and it really wasn't that. I mean, one of the things I was talking to him before we started the video was before you got here too, was when Supergirl and Flash go all around the world sticking the little devices on the aliens by themselves. It kind of makes the whole fight before they do that irrelevant. Like, why bother when they could have just done it?
Yeah. Same.
In reality, it's all really Flash and Supergirl that really do much
anything,
because the other characters, I mean, they're not superpowered, and then the legends do come in later on, but they end up pretty much basically fucking it up because they go back to the 40s, right?
Yeah, and
then they create the alien, which then comes back, which is great because now Cisco understands what the Flash did. He was like, oh shit, I just wanted to help, but I screwed it up, and so now he's better. But other than that, I mean, it was kind of.
And Supergirl got a medallion now.
Yeah, now she can go back and forth whenever she pleases.
And communicate, which I don't like. Do they have Bluetooth in that thing?
Well, that's their basic excuse for not bringing her over.
Fuck you technology.
Yes.
Because they didn't.
You must have seen my reaction.
They didn't introduce, the Supergirl universe in Flashpoint, which everyone wanted for them to merge. So now this is kind of they're pretty much in the same world now, but they're not because of just how easy access it is. It's just stupid.
It's basically like a Monsters Incorporated.
I was talking to him about it, and I was saying that I thought it was okay. Then the more I talk about it, I'm like,
I love our conversation we had. We should have recorded that conversation.
It was like it was.
It literally was. He had watched my reaction. So I was like, yeah, it was alright. And then the more we got, we were like, oh, that should fucking suck. And then by the end of the conversation, we're like, that was the biggest piece of shit we've ever seen in my life.
I've given some time to think about that because I'll admit I am flawed among many things.
Yes.
But I wouldn't think it's a piece of shit. I think it's bad.
It's pretty bad.
I think it's bad.
Well, what you're being general here? What specifically?
Okay, so they label it a 4-night crossover. Okay?
It's not 4.
First of all, Supergirl, there was no crossover but a cameo. That's the way I put it.
Well,
it was a cameo.
It was
30 seconds. That classifies as a cameo. That's like Bill Murray showing up in the fucking Ghostbusters.
No, okay. Are you referring to the?
I just put this image of
Supergirl episode.
The Supergirl episode.
Okay, that's true.
Okay.
I also just got this image.
What about
of,
Supergirl for the rest of the time? She was like
she played a part in Okay, let me get second point. Arrow.
I got this image of Bill Murray in the Supergirl series, and I'm like, I want this now.
Arrow really wasn't a part of the crossover either.
Arrow to me felt like we're getting the gang back together. So let's reintroduce.
Well, it was the only because the Arrow's team really couldn't do anything because they didn't have superpowers. It was really the Atom and what's his face, Star Spangled Man and Supergirl and.
Where was Star Spangled Girl? Not one question, because out of the past superheroes like that, the Legends are doing, she's my favorite. Even though I've only seen like one episode of Legends because that show is just. But Arrow to me felt like more of an it felt like a series finale would have been.
It felt like they just needed to be there because we did a crossover event. That was really
Yeah.
I mean, even to the point where like that scene where he was like he wanted Supergirl to stay at the hangar.
Yeah, which made no.
I want
sense.
some like normal. Like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then they get surrounded, and then ultimately it wouldn't even matter if she was there anyway because I mean the Flash just disarms everybody and they get to sniper and
then. Okay, the mind control kind of confused me with Supergirl because I was telling
him,
a Kryptonian.
I'll forgive the mind control. I'll forgive the mind control because it gave us a really good Flash Supergirl scene.
It did.
I was like, okay, yeah.
The problem is that like they didn't. Like he was like, let's see which one of us faster. And they really don't actually race. They just go to a warehouse and fumble around a bit, you know.
Okay, that's true.
But it was still a good scene.
But I will. Here's the thing. The special was bad. The one thing I can say I did like about the whole Fortnite crossover was I like the interactions between the teams. Diggle made the whole fucking thing. Like when Flash picks them up and he did because Diggle did what you would think anybody would do who would run at supersonic speed.
Yes.
His first thing would be I'm gonna go throw up over the fucking balcony.
Well, the one thing though I would say is. The direction was odd. For example, when Supergirl first shows up and they're like, why is she so super?
Yeah.
And then she flies and then she does the laser.
Yeah.
If you look closely at that scene, everybody, like, while she lasers it, everybody's looking at her. They don't even bother to look. I don't think they even give them direction like, hey, guys, she's, like, doing a laser. You might want to look over there. Because they were just like, help you, Vince. Like, they didn't even look. Like,
Ditto didn't even need to look. Ditto was like, I'm convinced.
it was off camera for my entire explanation.
I like the reaction because I'm watching Arrow just like you, and I know how you're not. My favorite of the new characters of the Arrow team is Wild Dog.
Yeah.
So I liked how he kind of voted like, man, what's your problem? Hey, look, man, I'm just trying to fucking say that ever since metas and superhero and aliens fucking showed up, the world ain't been fucking safe, okay? Mm-hmm. Which is kind of been like, I'm kind of happy they did bring that up. Of like, you go to the Supergirl universe and you go to the Flash and everything's all happy-go-lucky. Yeah. Barry can always win. You need someone like Wild Dogs that are like, nah, y'all don't understand. Yes, you're helping this certain portion.
Well, he's just jelly because he's not a meta.
Okay.
Because they can't handle meta.
Something just dawned on me, like a light bulb went off. Okay.
What?
You know how at the end the new president is like awarding them all for saving the world and all that? Did they question Supergirl standing there?
They don't even know who half the Legend people, because the Legends of tomorrow, they're like, they're working like going through time. I don't even think anybody knows who the hell they are. But nobody knows who any of them are. It's like, other than the Flash and the Green Arrow, nobody knows who
an alien Supergirl who can fly and all that, and they don't question that?
Jimmy. Shut up and enjoy your superheroes.
Absolutely none of it makes any sense. I mean, hell, Supergirl, aside from the mind control, Supergirl should have been able to take care of all of it by her damn self.
I love how they get an alien to fight aliens because they didn't know what aliens to do.
Here's my biggest problem with this. I can forgive all we've talked about. I can forgive all of it. If I at least knew that it would serve some purpose greater on down the story.
No, there's no purpose.
Because
it was just a crossover.
Because here's the thing. At least like the World's Finest and like when the Flash and the Arrow would cross over, they at least serve a semi-fucking purpose.
Yeah.
Okay? This, you can, in next week's, both the previews for the Flash and the Arrow have, because Supergirl for some reason didn't fucking premiere, which we were talking about that, like if last week was the finale for, the mid-season finale for Supergirl, it's kind of a mid-season finale. But if you cut this
I think it might be next week because remember Flash and Arrow started the week before.
Anyway, they did that, so you could totally cut this out, and it's not like I would know that further on down the line, because both the previews show that they're continuing with their own story, which, okay, I get it, they kind of have to. If you at least gave me some kind of hint that, oh yeah, Supergirl has a medallion and this might happen.
No, this was just the CW using the fact that they have all those characters. They just wanted to use them and do a crossover.
But in the past, the crossovers have...
Or at least serve a purpose.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, what the problem is ultimately is Supergirl. Once you have a character like Supergirl, what would you need to call her in for? What was big enough for Supergirl would be the alien invasion. And even then, they probably they could have just used her. I mean, if Supergirl if she's at least somewhat as powerful as Superman, I mean,
they even asked her like, do you know who the Dementors are? And
she's like,
Dominators.
And then she said, but it's just like literally, she could have done it by herself.
Yeah, they were on Krypton. A lot of people died, but we
And
solved
what,
it.
and what was that one scene where they were trying to like transmute the bomber, the meta bomber? Supergirl just pick that shit up and throw it.
Yeah.
You said expecto. I half expect like some Harry Potter type shit of Supergirl pull out a wand and just shoot like a.
I said the Dementor.
I know, yeah, like a kryptonic white stag.
And even that scene where they fight the robotic lady. Was she a character in Arrow or is she just a?
She's just a fucking character.
But she pulls up and then the Flash and her attack. Like Supergirl just done it by herself. Just,
I know.
The only reason they didn't have Supergirl like pick up the bomb and throw it out was because they needed Firestorm to do something.
Because they needed everybody to do
That's why I said. Spoilers, in case you haven't quite noticed. We might think this special sucks. This crossover sucks.
It just wasn't.
I'm waiting for the Flash Supergirl crossover later in the
musical. It's a musical. You do know that. The crossover is a fucking musical.
But why will it be better than this 4-night one?
The issue here is that they have these characters which, like the Flash and Supergirl and Superman and Martian Manhunter that are so supposed to be so powerful and can do these things, but it's TV. They don't have the budget.
I'm sorry, I can't see a musical because I just pictured Godspeed.
You're still on that?
No. Here's why. Because I pictured Godspeed breaking off into a fucking solo, into a solo, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Once a God of Speed starts singing about
you're talking about Savitar. Those are different characters.
Yeah, Savitar. Anyway, but. How he breaks off and how good it is to be bad, and he has a 4-minute solo song. I'm like, nope, sorry, done.
I am interested. Once the Flash news now is tonight, isn't it?
Yes.
It's got the Flash and Jay Garrick
yes.
and Mark Hamill.
And that's
he showed me that, and I lost my shit when I saw
like
that.
Joker. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, he's still the trickster, but yeah.
He's the trickster is like
he's
an eviler version of fucking the Joker, which sounds weird when you say it, but he basically is.
Yeah. The Joker just wants to
rule the world,
and the trickster wants
The Joker is
crazy.
No, he has a thing for Batman. Without Batman, crime has no punchline.
Yeah.
That's what the Joker cares about.
Well, the trickster wants to fuck shit up.
Yeah,
but one thing that bugged me about the crossover is after the Flash episode aired, they kept showing the preview for this week's Flash and all. So the whole plot point of Barry giving himself up for the next 2 episodes, we're like, well, we know that shit ain't gonna happen because we see the preview.
I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Well, it's not gonna happen, but like the whole even suspense that they were trying to build, even though you knew it wasn't gonna happen, was gone because they showed next week's preview. They should have waited for previews until after the crossover.
I think what they should have they should have done this a lot better. They tried to imitate in many ways. You noticed it in the fight scene. They tried to imitate Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it was almost identical to that shot. Yeah. What they shouldn't have done that. What they should have done is use the characters for their advantages. Because remember, you have the superhero characters and the non-superhero characters. Yeah. What they should have done really is while Flash and Supergirl were going around the world and doing little things on, you have these heroes in their individual cities like Green Arrow and Star City.
Distracting.
But spread out, shooting and moving from building to building and shooting. That would have been more. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Hell, you could have had just Supergirl going around the world while Flash stays in Central City and defends. Sits through the streets and beats up aliens.
The Supergirl is fast enough
not as fast, but fast enough. But you know what I mean. But they didn't. But they had them all in one space and they fought on the rooftop for no reason.
Let's move on to Galaxy.
Well, they want to do that.
Yeah, we're going to cover the mid-season finales as a whole.
So
I guess we are.
Okay, let's put them in order of how we would rate them.
Okay.
Okay, so you first. Best show of the season so far, and to worst.
Individual show or just of the whole, like all of Flash, all of Arrow,
all.
Okay.
Yeah, all the seasons so far. I know you can't include Arrow for this one because you don't watch it. You only watch.
I've been keeping up slightly with it, but I don't.
I've kept up with Legends, but I don't.
I haven't kept up with Legends.
I've kept I know what each episode.
I already know Legends is my bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Legends.
I think we can all agree on that one.
Legends is my bottom. To me, it's surprisingly Arrow's number one, which. I want to kind of go back to the us that kind of rage so bad and just say, don't worry, it gets better. But my fear with that is that my past me would choke the shit out of me. You lie!
They would shoot us like, y'all lying.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Arrow, honestly, Flash, Supergirl, and
Okay.
then Legends.
Okay. You want to go?
I would put Flash as number 1.
Okay.
I would say that my biggest issue with Arrow is I feel like Arrow has fallen into the CW trap. It has gotten, personally for me, of course it's been on TV longer,
Yeah.
but it's gotten a little bit much too too convoluted and complicated and a little like almost too edgy.
Mhm.
Like I was never like that first season with the flashbacks. I was like, all right, that makes sense. He's coming back.
Yeah.
And then they kept doing that. Are they still doing the flashbacks up to this point? Or they just recently ended that?
No, they're supposedly ending it this season.
But
But the
kidding me?
flashbacks aren't that.
they're not
They're
that
not
bad.
They're irritating, and that's not my only reason. But I found them irritating. I felt that they take too much time. I was more interested in what he was doing in Star City than what he did on the island. I was like, great, I get it, the thing. I don't care anymore. And then the rotating character rosters and people. It was almost like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Arrow, the soap opera.
Yeah, I understand
The
that.
Flash still does some of that stuff, but not nearly as much. I could turn if I had not seen anything up till now about the Flash, and I turned it on now. Other than like Harrison Wells, who's kind of been switching out in different versions of him, the characters are pretty much the same. There really hasn't much changed, which could be an argument for it being bad because it hasn't changed too much. But I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think they've held together. So I do. That being said, I still think Arrow isn't bad. They've had missteps. I know you guys talked about it a lot. So I put Flash, Arrow,
They've had a giant misstep.
Flash, Arrow. Then I put Supergirl because I haven't been impressed with Supergirl, and I really can't blame anybody specifically working on the project. I think it's just when you have a monumental character like Supergirl or Superman, and you're on a TV budget, I just don't think you can do it justice. And then
I mean, people always point to Smallville because it lasted 10
But
seasons.
he didn't become Superman until the end.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, here's my problem with Supergirl. Because I will admit, Supergirl it's just like season 1. I started watching it first, and I've severely lost fucking track. But I come back every now and then. To me, it doesn't really keep my fucking interest.
Okay.
it's also I don't care about like.
Well, you want me to give my list?
Well, hold on, I haven't finished. Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends. But real quick, I don't think I have to just talk about Legends. But my thing with Supergirl, ultimately, I already told you about the character and everything like that. But what it came down to is I didn't care about what Kara was doing. I don't like. If there was a Superman show, it wouldn't be Clark Kent trying to become a news reporter. It would be him being a news reporter, going out in the world and trying to balance his life. Kara, it's almost like she's being treated like a child, really, in the sense of, oh, you can do it, you have confidence, you can be a news reporter, you can do it, Supergirl. And
then she just heat visions her face off.
Like,
Oh God!
I don't care. I want to see her be like Clark Kent in a way. I want to see her actually be a reporter, do hard hitting. And she's doing that now. But the entire build up, I didn't care. I didn't like it was pointless.
All right, so what about you,
Okay.
Mr. Hat wielding man?
Okay. So, Arrow number 1, because that kills me to say, but Arrow number 1.
It kills you. Motherfucker, I went on a damn tirade about it.
Yes, you did. Arrow, Supergirl, The Flash, and then Legends. Because, I mean, y'all didn't really watch Supergirl season 1.
Oh no, I did. I eventually went back and I rewatched it, and I thought it was okay.
I watched a decent bit of the first season.
Yes. So like I see major improvements from the first season. I mean, it still has a lot of work to do, but I'm also enjoying the Supergirl stories and the side character stories, because we really get into the side characters in Supergirl that really wasn't touched on much during the first season.
Because they're doing a Luthor, part of me wants them to do Brainiac, but they don't have the abilities. No, I'm not saying, but like I said, then part of me realizes I don't think I really want a Brainiac.
No.
Like I don't.
It's just not gonna. Everything's so watered down. Supergirl and Superman cannot do what they should be able to do. And it's frustrating to see like when they get knocked out in a fight. It's similar to the Superman animated series had a similar problem. They didn't have budget constraints because if it's animated, you can draw anything. But if you go back and watch the original Superman animated series and then by extension Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, because they powered down Superman a bit. Like he kept getting knocked out for no reason when he shouldn't have.
They did that in the first season of JLA. Like in the first, if you go back and you rewatch the first season of JLA, every time they would get Superman in, they kept like he kept getting knocked down or knocked out of the fight because their whole thing was they want to push these other heroes too. Then season 2, they finally realized. Why the fuck are we doing this? This is Superman.
And then there was that I forgot what episode it was, but I think it was the episode where he takes on like the leader of. No, it was that wasn't Darkseid. But it was a character like that. I forgot his name.
Was it the one where he goes to the fighting games?
That was the war world. That was interesting. I'm talking about the one where like he literally says it was like I feel like I'm in a world made of paper and I have to restrain myself.
Yes, that's
now I don't have to. And then he just beats the living.
That's just it. That's the one where it's either JLA or
he's fighting.
It's either Darkseid or Doomsday. But
it was Darkseid, I think.
Yeah, it's Darkseid to where it's like I feel like I'm in a world made of paper, but you can handle it. So what we have right here is a small example of a rare opportunity of where I get to cut loose, and it's Superman being fucking Superman.
But you can't do that on these TV versions.
Yeah, you can't.
You just which is a shame.
It sucks.
And I think there are ways around that they just haven't been taking advantage of.
It kind of hurts to have Flash so low on the list because I believe that was probably one of my most exciting
season
shows
2 was
coming in.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like
season
coming
2
in,
was amazing.
I thought this season was going to be fucking amazing.
Season 2 was amazing. I love everything. Season 2 was almost, and this is a word I've ever used very often, perfect, in my opinion.
No, season 2, they dragged, there was a bunch of things
I said almost, not it was.
No. I would say it's a lot less than almost perfect. Like, it had a lot of issues. They dragged things out. There was some inconsistencies with season 2. Season 3 is very similar. I think I'd prefer 3. Well, I can't say if I prefer 3 over 2 because I'd have to wait till 3 ends because we're only at the mid-season.
Yeah. But I like season 2 a lot. There's actually more shit on season 3. Like here's the thing. It's kind of a bad sign when I don't give a shit with the Flash about what the Flash is doing. I care more about what his side characters are doing on the Flash.
No, I care about the Flash. It's just that there's things like, for example, one of the problems I had with season 2 is remember when Zoom first comes to Central City, he brings his like army of evil metas.
Yeah.
And then the next episode is like, well, I cleaned up all those metas. Like, I wanted to see that. I wanted to like see him do these things. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't.
The Iris stuff is pissing me off this year. I think that's kind of.
But I think they're counting out really good with the Caitlyn stuff.
Yes, they are. But the Iris stuff, that's when I lose my interest.
Oh, dude, I fast forward to that show.
Well, I can't. I'm watching it live.
They don't spend too much time on it.
The 30 seconds that Flash came into the Supergirl episode last Monday night, there was more chemistry between them two than there was.
You can't have a relationship with people who live on two different dimensions.
Than Iris. Well, now they can communicate.
Well,
still not the same.
But still,
you know what I mean?
but there's more. But the thing is, the actors and all that, like you can tell, like there's so much more chemistry between Flash and Supergirl than there is with Iris and Barry. Because Iris and Barry, it seems pushed, it seems forced, it seems like the actors don't even want to do it. Like it's not there.
No, and I'm not liking Iris as a character because it's not just what she does with Barry. It's like how she's like acting in the members like people with Wally. Where Wally, yeah, you can tell he has good intent, and I don't think her treating him like he's a fucking idiot. Like Wally's not a fucking idiot. He knows that yes, what he's doing is very dangerous. He knows that he is very likely to get hurt. It doesn't matter to him. He wants to do this because he wants to be a hero. He wants to help people.
But that's something else that's frustrated me. Like, I had the same issue with... I don't like sidekicks. Now, they're not technically sidekicks, but I've never really enjoyed them. Whether it be now Kid Flash and Jesse Quick, or Batman...
Well, Jesse Quick hasn't showed up since she left.
She's going to be coming back, though, soon, I imagine.
I'm surprised she didn't come back for the crossover.
Well, she's not going to.
Well, they could. I mean, if they brought her, they probably would have brought Superman with Supergirl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they brought her, they would have brought Jay Garrett back.
But I'm just like, I never like side characters. I feel like they take focus away from the main character. Like some of the best Batman stories are solo Batman stories.
Yeah, I know.
Some of the best Flash stories are solo Flash stories.
That's like I said. My initial reaction last week was if the Supergirl crossover episode was a standalone Supergirl episode. With no like crossover like title above it and all, it would probably have been one of the best standalone Supergirl episodes I've seen. But the fact that it had that looming shadow of this is supposed to be a crossover episode, that it just completely wrecked it.
Why are you liking Arrow?
Why am I liking Arrow?
Yeah.
Well, one, I like the new team.
I love the new team.
The new
I
team
like
is
this
amazing.
team better than I like the new old team. I don't like the fucking twist they got that the girl who's pretty much supposed to be the female version of Artemis is a spy.
Yeah.
Is a mole. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like
I think
that
that's
either.
kind of, you can see that a mile of fucking way.
Yeah, I like Oliver's kind of.
I like Oliver. I like the whole effect of him juggling between
Yeah.
being a mayor as well as being.
Yeah. I like how his sister's not in the show that much anymore.
I feel bad what they're doing with Quentin because Paul Blackthorne is an amazing actor. I love him. Like, to me, he is pretty much, he's replacing, because Diggle's not really there full time.
Yeah.
Paul Blackthorne is basically fucking there. But
and I missed him.
But it's like literally the entire script when he gets it, when he opens it up, is Quentin will be doing this and drinking. Or just, the entire thing is just being drinking. You know? And like
Instead of ditto with eating.
yeah, it's like there's more to the fucking character than just him being a drunk, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking this team a lot more. I don't know how I feel about the villain.
The villain.
I swear to God,
Honestly, I haven't, like, my brain isn't like villain.
no.
I'm so focused on the team and how they interact.
I swear to God, if the fucking twist of the villain is that he's fucking Merlin, I will literally rage. I will rage so fucking hard.
Harder than the Atomic Bomb.
Yes. Because you have a legitimately good villain, and if the twist is that because the villain is Merlin, that's why he doesn't want to. First of all, why?
Yeah.
Okay, because they did confirm that John Malkovich will be a part of this season.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be as big as a part because he's also doing Legends and he's doing, so he's back and forth. So it's like, oh fuck, why?
Yeah.
I've just been disappointed with almost every show. My least of which is The Flash. I was
My
least disappointed with The Flash.
my last disappointing show is Supergirl. Because I didn't go in expecting huge improvements from Supergirl. I knew it was going to improve a little bit. Like, I knew it was going to improve.
You should have a huge improvement. It's Supergirl. Come on.
My last disappointing show was Legends because I actually saw the.
I never had.
I actually saw the finale.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Where the fucking is the Legion of Doom? The Legion hasn't showed up yet. That's supposed to be the villain of the year.
Yeah.
Here we are mid-season.
We're halfway
finale.
through it, and we've only
Because
seen the like.
nobody watches Legends. I think they're the lowest rated show on
They
the
are.
CW.
They are.
They've always been, and even in
I
the
think
beginning, they've just been this. The concept is strange because they were this diet watered down
Guardians.
It's super.
Well,
No, they were this diet watered down Guardians.
I would say Guardian. I would say just of the Justice League when they time travel. But even then, I mean, we already had the watered down Justice League with.
Someone put in the comments what the ratings are on average for all the shows, but
People don't comment on your videos.
maybe one person will. I mean, if they got through this far, they can at least comment their ratings.
But still, I mean,
Because I'm thinking like Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. They're the top ones, of course.
of course.
But
the thing about
I'm
Legends-
thinking Supergirl is near the top because she brought in that CBS crowd.
But that's the thing with Legends. Like Legends' last finale, they were actually starting to get good. There was some cool shit. They got rid of all, and they just fucked it all up in the first episode.
The fact that his character.
Rip Hunter's gone.
Yes.
What?
That pissed me off. Like that kind of is why I stopped like watching the entire episodes. It was just like you killed off my favorite character.
Well, you didn't kill him off. He's gone.
Gone, killed off. It's you're not going there. So.
I don't. Yeah. So
let's move on.
So that's that.
That's that. Thank you so much for watching. And like always, I will see you in the next video.
No, you won't.
Later.